Hi, Cancer. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler, and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. Cancer, I feel a really good energy for you guys. I was super excited to sit down and do your reading. You guys were on my mind all night. I feel a really positive energy around you, though there are some messages that are already coming through about a relationship, of course. I sometimes do get messages for relationships, but it's probably an energy in or around you working itself out regarding maybe some obstacles or challenges you guys have been through. I say that because I got a message, initially in my meditation. And sometimes I'll get sayings, most of the time I'll get animals, or even cards will come up in my mind. But this was a song, actually, and I had to look up the lyrics because it came up, and I'm not going to sing it for you guys because, but I almost want to because it gives such a great feeling. It's really happy poppy song. It came out in 2017 and it's by Lady Gaga. I don't personally listen to a lot of her music, but this one was a good song. It was called The Cure, and a lot of you have probably heard it. And if you haven't, I would look it up because it's a really happy song. It's about love, and it's about unconditional love, unconditional love and healing, and just being that person for someone no matter what you guys go through. And so that could be the way you're feeling about someone, that could be the way that you're kind of viewing a situation. It doesn't really matter to you what you guys go through, and I kind of like that. I kind of feel like, Cancer, you've developed a pretty thick skin, that stigma about you guys having a shell, like a thick outer layer, it's actually proving really true. And that's definitely an energy that the collective is feeling on a collective level. We kind of are developing a thicker skin, maybe towards some of our emotional weaknesses. It can probably be a very transformative time that you're having to dive really deeply into challenges, barriers, blockages, insecurities, that kind of thing. But you're basically telling someone that you'll always be there, that it doesn't really matter what happens or what has happened, that you love them and that's not going to change. So I really like that. I think that's a really sweet message. Let's get going. Let's get going and see if we can't get any more validation for that. So dropping like it's hot. Oh, we have discernment. So the number 20, which is also in the tarot deck, the Judgment card. So listen, you guys. This is a revisitation. This is a resurrection. This is the Lazarus effect over maybe someone in your past. And it's no wonder that you may have had some history, some baggage, some challenges with this person that have maybe developed some blockages or insecurities, some weaknesses, some, whatever the case may be, some issues revolving around making mistakes again. So that is literally serving as a barrier or blockage for some of you. Where you're having to work through it, is by using your discernment. Is this a healthy situation? Can this person be good to me again? Have they changed? That kind of thing. But I think along with this, it is a truer discernment in the sense that you're choosing to love this person regardless of whether you're going to be with them or not. That's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. The number 2, 20 breaks down to a number 2, and so this would signify a very strong foundation between the two of you, long-lasting commitment, or something that is just a very strong connection, connection there that you feel pulled to this person, but you also feel very, very connected to them, even when you're not with them, So this could actually be a little bit of a divine union. Typically, the Judgment card in a tarot deck is a divine union, right? It's divinely orchestrated, and so this situation itself may be divinely orchestrated for you guys both to be working through some stuff. All right, so the frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. So what did I say? It's like that is just very validated in that card. Using your judgment, ripened judgment, through the trial and error of your past with this person, you're discerning whether they're going to be a good fit for you in the future, potentially, or If this situation is a healthy one, maybe to revisit, to try again. Okay, and then we have heart chakra on the bottom of the deck. So out of the gate, I mean, this is very, very clear. You truly love this person, and it really doesn't matter to you what's happened or even how they feel to an extent, right? I kind of get this feeling like if it is a divine union, which I most of the time do get divine union messages for twin flames and sacred relationships such as that. If it is a divine union or something sacred to you, then I think you are truly taking a high road. You are truly listening to your heart about this. And maybe this ripened judgment of yours is not so much letting your mind, control the show. Okay. And that's really hard to do. That's really hard to do for some of you guys. Yeah. So the frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and body. I mean, you guys, this is coming through so intuitive. You guys are spot on with how you're feeling. And I forgot to say, cross-watchers out there, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles. This is definitely a shared energy between the two of you. But yeah, okay, and I can, there's that feeling like you're kind of close to just, like, giving up. There's this feeling of just, like, should I just forget about it? But then there's definitely something deeper that you're wiser about now that I think you've already gone through this before. That's why this is such a Lazarus with this person, because you've already been in a very similar situation, and they've already told you what they think, and they've already said, what's going to happen, or they've already done what they've done, and there's really no going back or changing things as they stand. But with this new discernment, you can kind of remain a little bit detached and love this person. Okay, and maybe that's the path that's suggested for you. Okay, let's see what comes up, you guys. I don't know. Don't take anything I say as final, because this energy is definitely very open. It's very open. This discernment and heart chakra, you guys have a lot of love. All right, let's see what comes up. Show me what I need to see for Cancer in love. Show me what I need to see for Cancer in love. I also have my personal powers deck that I'm going to use for you guys today, which is a very divinely feminine energy. And then I'm going to be using my masculine energy deck called the Manifestation Manifesto. The deck I'm currently using for tarot is called the Golden Wheel. I'm sorry, yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, the Golden Wheel. It's new, so I'm still getting used to it, but it's really nice. I like it. Okay. Interesting. King of Swords. So very direct communication about, I don't care what you think or say, I'm going to do this. Okay? But then also, I think you have visions or dreams or intuition. Maybe you're getting communication from this person, maybe about what they've been up to. Maybe there's a certain discernment happening about past mistakes with them, because the Three of Cups is on the bottom in reverse. Regarding third-party situations, maybe overindulgences, infidelity, or lies or deceit. For good reason. You're definitely having to use a strong discernment with this one, okay? But you're coming through as an air energy, very mentally discerning, using a ripened judgment, bringing a lot of harmony or balance to this situation, and also, being decisive in whatever conclusion you come up with, which we haven't really seen yet. And I think to this extent of unconditionally loving this person, you're wise to consider what people may think, okay, if you go back to them or if you are involved with them at this point, because you have seen what they've been up to, and you're not naive, okay, to their shenanigans. You're not naive to their ego. When their ego is hurt, I feel like this person tends to retaliate and react quite abrasively, quite intensely, okay? So, it's no wonder. Show me what else I need to see. Oh, Page of Swords and the Emperor. Okay, so this person has clearly seen or heard something that you've said, or witnessed for themselves something that made them retaliate. As I was saying, this person has a big ego. My nose is itching like crazy. It's because I'm channeling for you guys. It's literally coming through so seamlessly and intuitively. The Emperor in reverse would denote someone who is very, very egoic. Someone who really doesn't like to be emotional, doesn't like their feelings to be hurt, doesn't like to be vulnerable. And when they hear or see something that they feel jeopardizes their control of a situation or their power over a situation or potentially makes them feel too vulnerable in it, this is that retaliation. Okay, so listen, the Emperor could be a boss. It could be someone who you have held in high regard. But of course, as the Emperor comes out as the divine masculine in the major arcana, I think this is the masculine's energy. And they definitely have been a little confused about maybe the messages that are coming through. Because a lot of the messages, that I deliver, it's like watching a reading. You kind of have to read between the lines a little bit. Like, there's always energies that you have to try to decipher and work through, but a lot of times I think it doesn't really explain this person's opinion, right? Or go to the depth of their understanding of an issue. So you kind of have to tread lightly with tarot if this is how you're feeling, cross-watcher or masculine. Don't make assumptions, because I feel that this Emperor may have just, made a very strong assumption and a judgment without really knowing all the facts or knowing how someone feels. So with that being said, we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you could be involved with an Aquarius. We have some Aquarius energy here, and we also have Aries energy. The Fool and the Emperor are Aries energy, as well as Aquarius for the Fool. The Fool would denote a new beginning, but in reverse, it kind of shows that this person may have retaliated just so, or come to the conclusion on their own and ended something preemptively. Okay? So let's keep going. That's just an energy, you guys. It's something that you're working through, and it's something, that is definitely there for a reason, for reflection. Let's keep going. Show me what else I need to see for Cancer. Show me what else I need to see for Cancer. Messy cards. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion coming from this Emperor. Oh, okay. Weird. That is very, very strange. So we have the Six of Wheels, Six of Cups. Oh, geez, hold on. So the Six of Wheels was in reverse. Six of Cups is upright. You guys, confusion central. Okay, we're getting there, though. Six of Wheels is feeling the inability to give toward the relationship like they may want or like you may need. And that is something tangible that you may need to actually look at and decide for yourself if it's going to be worth it. Emotionally, the Six of Cups shows that you guys are at the very least soulmates, that they love you, that there's definitely a give and take emotionally that you both are having to work through, because things have not been fair. That's what I see, is that there's an emotional context here as far as the Cups is concerned. The give and take of the relationship, emotional balance, being vulnerable enough to share and express, and then also having past mistakes, maybe being that block. The Six of Wheels would show a very strong block regarding past mistakes, inability to move forward, feeling of inadequacy, and feeling as if, this Emperor may be at risk doing so. So there's something about that really would show, an imbalancement, especially since it's sixes. Whenever we see sixes, it is all about success. It's about give and take. It's about the reciprocity, the balance, the strong foundation. So yeah, you guys do have a very strong foundation emotionally. I see that. There is obviously unconditional love there, but where the discernment sort of comes in is these past mistakes that may not actually be so far in the past. They could have even happened last night, where this person retaliates or this person reacts in a really extreme way, in a really hurtful way. So I sense that this is maybe recent for some of you. That's a group of you. And then a group of you is also just revisiting this relationship, and a lot of these issues are coming up again. But interesting enough, and of course, to just throw this for an even bigger loop is the sun. Okay, so this is the Leo arcana of new beginnings, all right, of unconditional love and childlike humor and play. So I feel like the way that you guys are actually communicating through this King of Swords energy may not actually be very vocal at all. And I would almost suggest for you guys not to rely so much on words at this point, because there's something much deeper that you guys can rely on to communicate. If you guys are twins, you may be mirroring each other, and there could just be a deeper understanding of this unconditional love. Like that song says, like, I'll always be there. It doesn't matter what you know, I'll find the cure. It doesn't matter if you say you're okay, I'm going to heal you anyway. Like, come on, you know, like this is not negotiable. You can't just say you're okay because I kind of know you're not. It's that kind of energy here. So the sun would denote something brilliant happening in your life. I mean, I kind of love this because it does show hope. It does show inspiration. It does show a new beginning, a new understanding, potential growth, okay, personally and through this relationship. It's very auspicious energy. Also, talking about the sun, it's illumination. Okay, so where maybe you have been confused about how this person feels, maybe there's been messages, maybe there's been, you know, some words that haven't been so accurate. You know, the delivery here is very important, and I see that this emperor has been very put off by some amount of information, messaging, you know, rumor, gossip, something like that, along those lines. And essentially, they're not happy about it, and they aren't continuing forward because of it. But needless to say, Cancer, you've developed a very thick shell. You've developed a very thick shell, and you do truly love this person unconditionally, and it really doesn't matter to you what has happened. But it does kind of matter to you how they treat you. It definitely does matter to you if they retaliate. It definitely does matter to you if they take from you, because I do see this person has taken a lot. You know, and that's where you stand. It's funny because it's a little open-ended. Okay, and when we saw this discernment and heart chakra energy, it is judgment about moving through blockages, and you may not know what's going to transpire. You may not really know what the future holds, but you're open, okay? The King of Cups is somebody who, you know, wants to clarify this sun. It's the illumination. It's maybe this person, maybe you, Cancer, or if you're involved with a Cancer and they're coming through as the Emperor, becoming more emotionally aware of themselves. You know, this is funny because the Emperor is the Page of Swords. This person has probably gone through a process of self-awareness. Like, if this is a divine union, the separation itself is pretty elusive. You know, that's why they call it the runner-chaser dynamic, because you never truly are very separate, but one person could feel more comfortable running and feeling separate. But the truth is that you're never really alone, that you've always been there for this person. You know, that is totally the truth. You've always been there for this person, and this person may not be aware of that, or to the extent of the twin flame dynamic. You know, if they're like saying, I'm okay, like, let's not go there, or maybe you are, there's a deeper understanding that you actually can't run from a twin flame dynamic. That to cross the threshold of the pain and suffering, you do have to choose to love unconditionally. And so that may be the challenge that's in your way. That may be where you're having to develop a thicker skin if you haven't ever had to do that before. So yeah, it's not that you're naive. It's not that you don't know what's going on. It's not that you're unaware of how people will perceive you or think about this situation. you're pretty much aware of everything. And I think that makes you stronger, actually. One thing that I think about unconditional love that's pretty ironic, because we live in a community, spiritual community, that like praises unconditional love, right? They're like, unconditional love, it's just, that would be so great to just be there and get there and do that, right? Like everything would be perfect. But it's called unconditional for a reason. So it's called unconditional for a reason. And so it's definitely everything but perfect. But on the flip side, as this spiritual community talks and raves about being unconditional with your love, when they actually see it, they tend to like really hate it, right? I mean, that's weird that that's coming up, because I actually have never thought about it like that before now. But I think people might actually have their own opinions about this relationship. They may not understand this relationship. It's hard enough for the individuals to understand, probably. I don't expect many others to be able to understand it. But, when they do see unconditional love, it's almost like, ugh, what is that? It's kind of funny. So don't listen to other people. Be strong in your heart. You definitely unconditionally love this person no matter what. And I think that song is very true. You will always be there for them no matter what. Even if they say they're okay, you're going to be there anyway, right? So we're going to go into the clarity, you guys, on Vimeo. If you'd like to follow me over to the description box below, the link is there for you. Cancer, some things are definitely being illuminated, and I feel a very strong healing for you, body and mind and soul. If this is a divine connection, it's no wonder that you're not running, because why, like, how could you run? That's not how a twin flame connection works, by the way. So yeah, anyways, I think that you're just embracing it on a very deep level. You're trying to heal yourself and another person potentially along the way. So that's like really brave of you, and I'm proud of you. So yeah, we're going to go over to Vimeo and try to clarify this. We're going to go into the Emperor's energy. We're going to go into maybe some of this past energy where things have been unfair. And, we're going to go at the Sun too, to see where this is leading you and what Spirit is trying to tell you, what's being illuminated for you. This is beautiful. Cancer, have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.